I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I left Charlotte at about 2000 after I graduated from high school. And I said, I'm never coming back to this one Applebee's town again. But I left. I went to college. I went to Georgia. And then we went, after living there for about 10 years, we went over to Boston with my wife. And then we went to Washington, D.C. And then my parents called me and said, hey, we kind of want to retire. So me and my wife came down to help them retire. Well, while we were here, we discovered this thing called a brewery where they had beer and food and they had dogs there and kids. And we're like, wow. In the time we were living in BC, and we thought it was crazy that a place can have beer, a bar can have beer, but also have babies and dogs. It's so crazy to us. So like, it's kind of nice. And in Charlotte, there were like 7 of them at the time. So we decided, hey, let's try to do something in Charlotte. So growing up in Charlotte, my aunt actually had the first Korean restaurant in Charlotte. It's called Koryo Garden. It didn't do very well because Charlotte wasn't quite ready for Korean food, and Korean barbecue was very foreign to Charlotte. So we were scared to open up our first Korean restaurant here. So we decided to call it Seoul Food, where it's the city, like the capital of South Korea, Seoul food, but also play on words where it's like Southern barbecue, where Seoul food. So we try to make it look like Southern barbecue, but taste like Korean food, to trick people to try and taste Korean food to make sure that they like it. Because we were confident that once customers tried the food, that they would actually like it. Well, it turns out when we finally opened up, the locals were mad at us. And they're like, we were ready for our first Korean restaurant to come back to Charlotte. We were ready for Korean food, and this isn't Korean food. And it wasn't, because we intended it to be a fusion restaurant. The out-of-towners loved us. They were from New York, Atlanta, LA. They were saying, we have Southern barbecue at our cities. We have Korean food at our cities, but we don't have this fusion. So out-of-towners loved us, but locals didn't like us because they were wanting Korean food.